The name of his and name it. Right. Sand beat upon the lips of a great soul. I breathe fire before exhaling this one. So listen. A great soul who for days told of a fate cold, and on the curtain pull of this fate he looks back and sees his future behind him, falling off camels without saddles, without addle, leaving a trail of breadcrumbs to be trampled, cancel the head count. Sounds of hoofs bounce off the sky's roof and swoop down to recruited dreams that seem suited to be in her head, yet the lead that drew the fine line between dreams and the real scene was more HB than what was to be. Lines overlap, lines behind there in Mogadishu, yeah, believe it or not, where large dreams and bellies are both filled with hot air, helium-like. So she's drifting in and out of consciousness, sifting in and out of consciousness. This girl is 4 years old, dreaming of stories 4 years told on scrolls painted of the saint and what the saint did again. This girl fainted and returned to bloodstains and refrains with which she is well acquainted and understands these sands, grains and tombs. No room for white when we write in this tune. This page was full. This stage was black pages. Both sides, in her mind and on a course across to the border baked by high heat and low skies. A period chained together by 6 weeks of period pains and 6 weeks of period stains on dry feet trained to ask, no whys, just walk. And tote your daughter, and hope for water, and die tomorrow if you must, but while you're alive, keep living, and your drive might not be the same vehicle in which other people might be driven, whether it be, yes, we can drive, or cans on top, cans on top, cans on top, cans pop, police on top, how to stop, can't drive across mass expanses, like a roots branches, or when you have a plant life, plus, you can't run that kind of gas. You can't cook with that kind of gas, and you might squeeze chicken stock from these chicken stock, or you might squeeze chicken stock from these chicken pots, but no chef cares when she's taking her last breath there, left there, can be right. Right? Yes? I guess. Unless the far left drum beat from meeting your chest stop beating. And the tablets they feed you lead you to a point where you just stop speaking. Whether these pills are filtered through headlines, the belly of the beast, footnotes or news briefings, the question is not will you eat it, the question is are you eating? See how these meals are located in confined specific spaces, punctuating a day with ethnic fatigue and sleeping. The question is not will you eat it, the question is are you eating in lands where hands here are always outstretched despite endless chances for advancement. We complain about everything. The question is not will you eat it, the question is are you eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, delete, breakfast, lunch, dinner, delete, lunch, dinner. Drifting across the calm tides of my conscience was a bottled note. Remnants of a voice around its mouth. With more of an inclination and an invitation, I stepped in, seeming unaffected by the scratch marks on the walls, yet affecting the tide. It began to swell and subside, and swell and subside. I fell. And there and then I could tell exactly what happened. This here roses, a mosaic of guns loaded, weights, mistakes and mud cakes all color-coded. And I don't know how much air they could have kept in there, lungs and noses, but they're all drowned, reaching for my bottled thoughts, all posing, arms outstretched, eyes wide open, frozen. There's no room in our minds for things like this. I wonder what really goes in. Don't let poetry and prose in, and keeping through these windows with Microsoft and pale to these frames that are hard and black, way beyond confined, they come back. Shelters, helter, skelter is helter, the border and back. And maybe a little more than that. And maybe until we could draw the line between what government consigns and checks unsigned, and unsigned checks and checks on time, and on-time checks and missed periods and unsigned birth papers and Delhi mud cake bakers who bury themselves in the same multi-grain. And I don't know what to tell this boy again, because right now, wild bodies are being piled high and heaps mounted. 1, 2, we engaging in sleep and sheep counting. 1, 2, and as much as I 1, 2, witness every Somalian 4-year-old spit on this piece of literature with my signature and render it untrue. I can't. But every baobab tree was once a plant. Was once a seed that persevered through the weed and through the creed and deed and became a man. And it's important that I let you understand, young orphan, that while they debate on how much your inheritance is worth, you inherit the seed. Thank you.